Good day, family. This is video number 11 in our series, The Tongue. In the last video, we talked about the difference between words that heal and words that harm. Today, we bring that conversation into one of the most important places our words are spoken, and that is the home. Scripture places a tremendous weight on words spoken in the home because that's where language is most frequent, most formative, and often least guarded. I can speak for myself. It is in the home that words are formed, and it creates a certain atmosphere. Homes are shaped less by rules and more by tone. The way people speak to one another, whether spouses, parents, children, it all creates a certain atmosphere. And over time, that atmosphere either nurtures growth or creates tension. And Scripture recognizes this influence clearly. Consider with me the wise man Solomon here in the book of Proverbs. Proverbs 15 and verse 1 to be exact. And then Scripture tells us that a soft answer turns away wrath, but grievous words stirs up anger. That verse is not theoretical, it is deeply practical. Words spoken at home are often spoken quickly, repeatedly, and without filters, which is exactly why they matter so much. Consider with me frequency and impact. Words at home are powerful because they are frequent. What is spoken once in public may be forgotten. What is spoken daily at home becomes a narrative. It creates a culture. And encouraging words build security. Harsh words build fear. Dismissive words build distance. And Scripture never treats the home as neutral ground. I consider what Paul says as he's referring to a segment of the family. Paul addresses speech in the home directly. Consider with me Ephesians chapter 6 and verse 4. And he warns fathers not to provoke their children to wrath, but to bring them up in the nurture and the admonition of the Lord. That instruction includes tone, it includes patience, it includes consistency, not just content. Consider children in the home. Children don't just listen to what we say, they absorb how we say it. I can speak personally. There are times that Joshua and Yael, my kids, will mimic me to the T using the identical words and or tone, which means I am an example. When we consider children, they learn how conflict sounds. They learn how correction feels. They learn how encouragement is expressed. And our words become the blueprint. Hence, we are examples. Consider with me Proverbs again. Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 25. Proverbs chapter 12 and verse 25 reminds us that heaviness in the heart of man maketh it stoop, but a good word maketh it glad. Good words spoken at home can lift burdens we don't even see. And careless words can add weight to hearts already carrying more than we realize. As always, let me give you a core truth, because I believe the Scripture makes clear words spoken in the home leave lasting marks. That is for good or for harm. They shape identity, security, and trust. Can I give you 3 questions? 3 questions that Scripture invites you and I to ask ourselves about our homes. First, do my words create safety or tension? Second, do those in my home feel heard or corrected more than understood? Thirdly, does my speech reflect patience at home or only in public? Those questions reveal where formation is still needed. This is an opportunity to evaluate ourselves. Grace begins at home. Scripture never asks us to be perfect, but it does call us to be intentional. The home is often where God begins his refining work, because that's where words are spoken most freely. By way of application, let me leave you with a few questions to reflect on. Question number 1. What tone do my words set in my home? Are there patterns of speech that needs to change, not tomorrow, but today, immediately? And am I asking God to shape my language at home as much as I ask him to shape it everywhere else? These questions help us to bring faith into our daily practice. In the next segment, in the next video, we'll talk about the quiet damage of gossip and grumbling, and why Scripture warns us about speech that undermines trust and unity. We know that not all harmful words are loud. Some of the most damaging ones are whispered. This is why we want to make sure our speech is always seasoned with grace. Why? Because this is what it means to be formed to fight. Thank you so much for spending time with me.